If you're out for driving, it's almost a definite that you'll end up coming across a section of track that looks a little bit tricky, a little bit sketchy to try and get up, just like this one here. This means you have to get out of the car and go for a walk and have a look and see what kind of preparation and planning you need to do before you send the car straight up the hill. The process of getting out and looking at the track before you drive it is called picking your line. Picking a line is all about driving your four-wheel drive through a section of track while trying to avoid damage to the four-wheel drive and also to the track itself. A track like this one here has a few different ways you can navigate it. Either you can sit high on the right-hand side and risk scratching your car on those bushes there, or you can move over to the left more and risk getting caught up on those deep ruts. Either way, there could be damage to the vehicle, and you don't want to have to make those kind of decisions when you're in the car on the go. You want to get out and make those decisions before you start. The first thing you have to take notice of when you're picking a line is the ground conditions. Is it wet? Is it muddy? Is it rocky? Is it slippery? All these things come into consideration when you choose your route and will change the way you drive the track. Now, most likely you will be lowering your tire pressure regardless of the ground. This track here is not wet at all, but there are a lot of loose rocks. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm driving up it, knowing that the wheels might slip a little bit. Now, the next thing to look out for are any obstacles in the track. Anything like trees, logs, rocks, boulders, puddles, mud, anything that can cause your car to get stuck and caught up. The best way to handle these is to avoid them entirely, but that's not always possible. Sometimes you have to actually get out and move things off the track to make it safer for your four-wheel drive to drive up it. This track is pretty clear, but there are a few decent rocks like this one here that have sharp pointy edges, and that can go straight into the tyre and cause some damage. So I'll look out for these and keep away from them if I can. Now, the last thing to take into consideration before you start driving up tracks like this one are your vehicle's capabilities. Now, a lot of the time, knowing your vehicle and knowing how it drives are just things you learn on the go as you four-wheel drive. But there are some things you can definitely figure out by looking at some simple stats on your car. The first thing I think every single four-wheel driver should know is your vehicle's wheelbase. And more importantly, when you're sitting in the driver's seat and driving down a track, you should know exactly where your wheels are and what they're going to hit on the track. The next thing that will determine how well your car drives up the track are your tyres. Now, you don't need massive tyres to get up tracks like this. These are a set of 33-inch tyres, and they have been perfectly fine for what I do. You also want to make sure you have a decent amount of grip on your tyres. The more grip means the easier it'll grab into the ground and send you up the hill. You can also improve your tyres' grip by lowering your tyre pressure. Now, the last thing to take note of on your vehicle before you tackle tracks like this is your ground clearance. And that's just a measurement between the ground and the lowest point of your car. Now, it's a good idea to have a decent amount of ground clearance because it means you'll avoid getting caught up on rocks and stuck in ruts. The best way to increase your ground clearance on your four-wheel drive is to put bigger tyres on, but also a lift kit helps as well. So with all this in mind, let's have a look at how we're going to tackle this track. Now, I know my cruiser has a wide wheelbase, so I'll be able to ride more in the center and avoid scratching my car on the bushes on either side. I also have decent all-terrain tires with a lower tire pressure, which means the loose rocks and dirt shouldn't be too much of a problem. The cruiser also has good ground clearance, and the ruts here are not that deep, so I don't think I'll have any worries with my diff or any other part of the car getting caught up on the ground as I head up the track. So with all that in mind, it's time to actually pick our line. Now, I've decided to go with a more centered approach on the track at the lower half, but as I get up to the top, I'll veer to the left and avoid that sharp rock at the top right. So let's give it a crack. There we go. There you go, guys, that's all there is to it. Getting out of the car, having a good look and picking the right line helped us get the cruiser up the track safe and sound. Picking a line is the difference between making a track and not making a track. So thanks for watching the video. Get out there, do some four-wheel driving and have some fun. Catch you guys later.